Welcome to Whispers and Confessions. There might be a twist waiting, so please make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's begin right away.
Hello, my name is Jay, and I'm an unmarried woman in my late 20s. I'm incredibly embarrassed to share my secret story, but I'll muster up the courage with the help of anonymity. Ever since I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I've been having recurring sexual dreams. In these dreams, I seduce men like a temptress. Although I can't see his face, there's always a man with a big package who seduces me, and suddenly we're panting, exploring, and devouring each other. My body writhes under the assault of his big package, and every cell in me seems to awaken. The unknown space is filled with my cat-like moans. The dream was ecstatic. But when I woke up, I felt miserable and empty. Jay, why are you making this so difficult? Your body wants a man right now. If you sleep with someone, those dreams will stop, my free-spirited friend told me. What should I do? Sleep with a man? I'm never going to date again. Who said anything about dating? You knew that bastard Mike would cheat, even after 7 years together. You never really know what's in people's hearts. My ex-boyfriend Mike had cheated on me with a woman 6 years younger, with an incredible body. I caught them myself, rolling around on Mike's living room sofa. Ignoring my friend's advice, I went home. That night, I had the dream again, the same sexual dream. It felt like it would keep happening until I actually slept with a man. Thinking that if I stayed busy and tired, I might fall into a deep, dreamless sleep, I decided to start working out. The trainer gave me a consultation about the fitness program. I have your in-body results. Your muscle mass is low, but that's pretty common for most women. Let's try to lose some fat and build muscle. I'll take responsibility for managing your diet too. Honestly, I couldn't focus on what the trainer was saying. My eyes were glued to his broad shoulders and bulging biceps. As if possessed, I suddenly blurted out something absurd. Do you want to sleep with me? Yes, my mouth had gone crazy. A one-night stand? I wasn't thinking straight. You want to sleep with me? The trainer blinked, staring at me silently. An awkward atmosphere filled the consultation room. Coming to my senses, I quickly fled the gym. I wanted to crawl into a hole. Even when I drank at home later, I felt mortified and ashamed. I wished I could turn back time. I remembered what my ex-boyfriend Mike had said when I caught him cheating. Jay, I love you, but you're so bad in bed. You don't know how to excite a man, and you're too passive. That's why. But I still love you. Anger surged inside me, anger toward the world, toward Mike, and toward the trainer who had rejected my impulsive proposition. Everyone seemed to see me as a woman without sexual appeal. Then, I received a text message. It was from Luke, the trainer I had met earlier. He contacted me using the phone number I had written on the gym registration form and asked if we could meet briefly. I agreed, and we met at a cafe. Seeing him again, I realized Luke was quite handsome with a great physique. He gave a lengthy explanation about himself. He hadn't always been a fitness trainer. He used to work for a large corporation but had a car accident. After going through rehabilitation, he became interested in fitness and changed careers. To be honest, I wasn't really interested in his story. My only thought was, should I sleep with this man or not? Luke probably wasn't sharing his life story out of genuine interest. He was likely laying the groundwork for sleeping with me. Shall we go? Luke said. We left the cafe and naturally ended up heading toward a motel. I wondered, should I really sleep with this man? What if he has an STD? What if he's a criminal? What if he stalks me after we sleep together? All kinds of thoughts raced through my mind. Before I knew it, I was lying on the bed with Luke. My underwear was already on the floor beneath the bed, and Luke's naked body was breathtaking. His manhood was as large as the big package I'd seen in my dreams. I felt embarrassed, scared, pleased, and anxious all at once. When Luke entered me, I thought, so this is it. With my ex-boyfriend, I used to fake my moans, but this time, no matter how hard I bit my lip, moans escaped. It felt good, ecstatic, even. I was proud of myself for going through with it. But suddenly, tears started to fall. It was the first time I'd been intimate with another man since my breakup, and the sadness overwhelmed me. My heated body cooled instantly, and a confused Luke withdrew. I didn't want to cry in front of a stranger, but I couldn't stop sobbing. After a while, my tears finally subsided. "Shall we go?" Luke asked, and I nodded. He didn't offer to take me home. We parted ways in the parking lot. Strangely, after that day, my sexual dreams stopped, as if by magic. I felt grateful to Luke, but also sorry. How flustered he must have been when I started crying. I wanted to apologize, so I arranged to meet him again at a bar. When I saw him, Luke's expression was stern. "I'm sorry about that time, Luke." "Jay, this isn't something you can just apologize for. You were the one who suggested it in the first place. So why are you making me out to be the bad guy?" "I didn't cry because of you, Luke." "Then why did you cry?" I hesitated before answering honestly. I had just broken up with my ex-boyfriend. I guess that's why I was feeling emotional. Do you know how much guilt I've been carrying since that day? I kept wondering what I did wrong, or if you were going to report me to the police. All sorts of things crossed my mind. "Why would I report you?" "I enjoyed it," I said without thinking. Luke looked at me, dumbfounded. "I'm sorry. It won't happen again next time." Those words slipped out before I could stop them. "Next time? No way. Do you think I'm crazy enough to sleep with you again, Jay?" "I won't. Absolutely not." It was a little disappointing to hear, but I decided not to dwell on it. I wasn't the kind of woman who'd keep pursuing something like that. Luke gulped down his beer, and I followed his lead. 1 glass, 2 glasses. As the alcohol flowed, so did the conversation. I ended up telling Luke about how my ex-boyfriend had cheated on me. After we'd had quite a bit to drink, Luke called a taxi, and I did too. As we stood waiting, I noticed how tall Luke was. I looked at his face, and suddenly, I found the courage to kiss him. Luke kissed me back, and our kiss naturally led us to a motel. Having done it once before, we undressed easily, and having done it once before, we caressed each other naturally. Luke's manhood stood like a flower arrangement, seemingly ready to please me. I was confident I wouldn't cry this time. I definitely wouldn't. I wanted to go all the way. But suddenly, Luke said, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" I looked down and saw that Luke's manhood had gone soft. Luke looked flustered. I sat up on the bed. He tried hard to revive it, but it wouldn't come back to life. Without realizing it, I started laughing. Luke glared at me like he wanted to kill me. We left the motel in silence. Luke followed me into the taxi I'd hailed. Once we got out, Luke, who had been silent the whole ride, finally spoke. "This is all because of you, Jay. I've never had this problem before. When you cried that time, it was such a shock, and it still affects me. That's why this is happening." I couldn't help but laugh again. "Thank you, Luke." "What are you thanking me for?" I thought I was the only one who was bad at it, but it's comforting to know there are others. I'm so happy to know I'm not alone. I'm good at it, okay? Do you know how much I work out? If we had finished, you would have been begging for mercy. Let's be friends. Friends? You really think men and women can just be friends? Even if we wanted to date, it wouldn't work out, right? Then we should at least be friends. Sure, let's be friends. Time passed, and one day, my ex-boyfriend came to see me. He said he had broken up with that younger woman and wanted to try again with me. He even claimed he still loved me, even during the moment he was cheating. "Jay, you know you can't do without me. That's why you haven't been seeing anyone else. You're waiting for me, aren't you?" His shamelessness led me to make a strange decision. I thought, if everything comes in threes, I should finish the last round with Luke. So I sent my ex-boyfriend away and contacted Luke. When I met Luke again at the bar, he looked at me with a stern face. "Let's do best out of 3, I said. "No." "Come on," I pressed. "I don't want to," Luke replied. "Why, not confident?" Luke glared at me. Despite his earlier protests, he suddenly decided to go along with it, and before I knew it, we were heading to a motel again. Luke and I were both strangely enthusiastic, as if we were born to finish this last round. Luke had to prove his masculinity, and I had to prove my femininity. We eagerly took off our clothes and passionately caressed each other. I let out soft whimpers, and I panted actively. Luke was right. Luke was perfect, and our act was perfect. After we finished, I lay panting in his arms, and Luke asked, "Was it good?" "It was good," I replied. Luke seemed pleased with my answer, offering to buy me something to eat, but I politely declined and went home instead. After that day, I once again avoided contacting Luke. As he had said, it was an incredible session. He had proven his point, and so had I. But as I lay there afterward, I couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness that came with having sex without love. What I truly wanted was a real, meaningful relationship. This, however, was not it. In the end, I realized that what I was longing for was love. Time passed, and once again, I found myself reaching out to Luke. When we met at the bar, Luke gave me a hard look. "Wow, Jay, you're really good at playing hard to get. Why are you contacting me again?" he said, glaring at me. "I want to see you, Luke." "What am I, some kind of puppet?" "We meet when Jay wants to, and when she doesn't, we don't," Luke said, his voice heavy with sarcasm. "I never thought of you that way," I said softly. "I want to see you, Luke. But even if we do meet, let's not sleep together for a while." "You want to date but not sleep together? Why?" Luke asked, his irritation evident. "I want to wait until I love you and you love me," I replied. "And when will that be?" he asked. "I don't know," I said honestly. Luke stared at his beer for a long moment, as if contemplating what I had just said. "Is this because you can't forget your ex-boyfriend?" he asked, his voice quieter now. "No, it's not," I answered. Luke gripped his beer glass tightly and sighed. "All right. So, are we dating now?" "Yes. Let's give it a try," I replied. Since that day, Luke and I have been meeting regularly. As time passes, I find myself liking him more and more, and it seems like he's starting to feel the same way about me. We still haven't had our 4th round, but I think that day might come sooner than expected. Thank you for listening to my story.